Hey everybody, I'm Lisa Blake and we're here to talk to you today about a real estate team versus a single agent, and I'm here with my Director of Operations, Steve, and just wanted to chat a little bit about that.
Yeah, so what we kind of wanted to address quickly today is what exactly is a real estate team. A lot of people that we talk to tend to think that a real estate team is just a bunch of agents working together under one roof, and while it is that, it really is about a lot more than that. Really, the team concept is that you have specialists and experts at each individual part of a real estate agent's job.
Absolutely. And Steve, am I good at paperwork?
No, you're not good at paperwork. And we find, most people that are really good at sales and negotiations and being in front of people are not good at details, paperwork, things like that. So really, the team model allows us to separate the important parts of being one agent into specialists.
Absolutely. And what about photography, Steve? A lot of agents, single agents, they just go out to a property and take their iPhone and think that those photos are amazing.
Exactly. Photography is a good example. Marketing is a good example. Answering the phone is a good example. Again, what we want, you'll always have a direct agent that you work with who's your point of contact, and their job really is to be available to you at any point. But what's important is what goes on behind the scenes. When an agent's available to you and out there working with you and showing you homes and things like that, they're not picking up the phone when people are calling to schedule a showing.
Absolutely.
They're not aggressively marketing on the internet. Again, salespeople don't know how to navigate the internet and get your house in front of as many people as possible.
We have people picking up the phone 7 days a week, 8 hours a day, probably 12 hours a day.
Yeah, probably.
Just to answer your calls.
So
actually, if we're awake, we're answering your calls.
Yeah, so again, and that's a big part. We talk about that in our listing presentation. If someone calls and they want to see your home in this day and age, if that phone's not being picked up and they're not scheduled to get into your home that day, they move on to the next thing and they're on to the next agent and things like that. So again, we've got specialists, salaried employees answering the phones, and really what it does is it's got a single agent with a whole team of specialists behind it, and that's really how we're able to get homes sold so fast and for more money than most other teams. So yeah, with the concept of a team, really what you're able to do is create demand and get more for your home. And that's really what we focus on here as a team of specialists, creating demand and getting you the most value possible for your home.
All right, well, thank you so much, Steve, and thank you guys for checking out our website. Give us a call, check out our reviews, and we hope to chat with you soon.